Hello everybody and welcome back to another brand new video. Today we're back with a car vlog. It's been a while since I've done one of these. Basically the only time I've been driving is going to work and back, and I don't really like recording when I've got like 35-40 minutes of just silence because there's not anything to do. So I decided to sort of just take a bit of a breather from car vlogs. When I've got short journeys like I'm doing today, then I'll happily do a car vlog. But if I'm doing like 35-40 minutes, I don't really want to be sitting there. That's like 5 gigabytes of just me sitting there going, you get the picture. But yeah, I mean, look, I could edit it down, but things I've got uploaded to YouTube from my phone, then download it onto my computer, then find time to edit it and like cut it all, and they've got to export it, then re-upload it to YouTube. It's just a lot of hassle. Whereas this, like a video like this, I can literally just 15-20 minutes, you know, it's long enough to have a decent conversation with myself to the camera. I don't have to touch it. Oh, dog. And yeah, like there's a few silence, like spots of silence, but not as bad as like a 35-40 minute. Yeah. But anyways, today I have got work later. I am going to work. I start at 3 and it's now about 10:30. I've been up for about 2 hours now, and I've just been bashing out some stuff. Like I had a bunch of e-learning because I officially started my role as supervisor as of the 12th of May, and which was coincidentally my last time I had a day off. I was meant to be off yesterday, however, like one of the supervisors was ill, so they asked me to cover, so I was like, that's fine. So it was meant to be a 10-hour shift, but I went home about an hour and 15 minutes early because the last film had no one in, so I was like, right, I'm going home. Is it all good to go home? First manager said, yeah. I was like, nice, goodbye. You guys will be fine, I'm off. I waited for the screen was in anyway, so it was like less hassle. It's just like one interval I had to worry about, which is fine. I'm sure I didn't stitch them off, but we did make that agreement, me and my boss, the day before, that I could go home at 7:45. So it was in writing. I've got it in writing, so it's all good. I've got verbal and written agreement. But yeah, and today I'm picking up a click and collect order. Basically, I've just got a bunch of stuff, like my girlfriend, for like our anniversary in July, her birthday, and Christmas. I'm basically just buying a bunch of stuff. I'm just gonna wrap it, stick it in a bag. They're like, right, you can pick 3 presents out for your anniversary, 3 presents out for your birthday, and 4 of them for Christmas, and that's pretty much gonna be that sorted. Just to me, I think that's the best idea I can go for. It helps. Just makes it a little bit easier, I think, in my opinion. And it gets it all done this payday. And I've also got to go out because I've got my shoes are like slightly ripped over the last week or two, like my work shoes. That, and also I caught them the other day on a fridge at work. We have like the doors are metal, but the whole fridge is basically metal, and it's like got sharp edges, and I sliced the edge of my shoe, so I sliced it a bit more. So I'd say a couple of weeks, and then I'd give it a couple of weeks and they'll break. So I'm just going to go out today, buy some new shoes. So I'm going to go to the Nike store and get them sorted. I've also got to go to Primark because my new shirts I got for my new supervisor uniform, I've got some white shirts, but they're a little bit see-through. So if I push my chest out a bit too much like that, you can see my nipples. So I don't think that's very very workplace appropriate if someone can see my nipples through my shirt. And not just like, you know, a tiny little nipple. You can see the whole thing, like the areola, I think that's called. Like, you can literally see the fucking lot. You can see the coloration of it and everything. I knew it said discoloration of it. I was like, oh no, that's something completely different. But yeah, so I want to buy, like, just want to get a few like vest tops, not like tank tops, like vest style. Just something thick enough that you can't see my nipples through it, but thin enough it's not gonna overheat me in the summer. Because this time, if you're like, I've got like a gilet, but the thing is, I don't want to wear that in the peak of summer because it's going to be like 20, 30 degrees possibly. It's going to be like 20 degrees, maybe even 30 degrees. Which I know doesn't sound like that, it's not that bad, but us Brits aren't built. We're built different. We can't deal with the hot weather. We can't deal with the cold weather. We just can't deal with weather. Like, you're either too hot or too cold. There is no good spot in between. So, I'm just going to get some vests just to make it a little bit easier. And yeah. Like the last few days, more like a black shirt under, it's like one we had for Mario Brothers. Don't say it's another set of traffic lights. Oh my god, it is! It's another set of traffic lights. Jesus Christ. That's like 2 sets of traffic lights on the same road. That's mental. Yeah. So I got distracted there. At least just got stuck at traffic lights. Now I'm stuck at another set of traffic lights. And they're both temporary roadwork ones. There we go. Stop there. I would go, but I couldn't see around the corner. Plus there's broad daylight, so there's cars coming. But yes, I want to get the vest tops. I want to get. I could do some more work trousers, but that's not the end of the world because I am on a week off from next week. So I could have got all this stuff on Monday, but I'm just thinking in my head, it just makes it so much easier if I just get this stuff today. I mean, on Monday, I can just have a relaxing day. I can just chill. It's all good. And then, there's a chance I might have to pop into work for something on Monday. And then Tuesday, I'm going to see Russell Howard. So, I'm keeping that day clear as well. Wednesday, I'm keeping, this week, I've basically cleared most of my days. Just the weekend, I've got plans on the Saturday and Sunday. I'm busy on the Saturday and Sunday, and that's about it. Like Thursday, I've got a staff meeting, which is compulsory. I've got to go to that, which is a bit of a annoyance because obviously it's my day off. Well, it's my week off, and I've got to go to work. It's like, oh, okay. But I'm going to try and get some stuff sorted. Maybe try and get hold of one of my mates and see if he wants to meet up. So he lives like 20 minutes away from where I work, but it's like the other direction from where I live. So it's like an hour away from my house where I live now. It just makes it a bit difficult to see people. I see him, I haven't seen him in person for about, it's been like 3 years now, I think. I haven't seen him since 2020, like in person. I think I've bumped into him once or twice. And that's about it. I think I bumped into him I can't remember, no, that was years ago, that was before this, but yeah, like 2020 was the last time I saw my mate, and he's my oldest friend, like, he's my oldest, one of my closest friends, like, I've known him since I was like 4 years old. We basically grew up together. Oh my god, we got a granny. Motherfucker. So our BMW driver decided to just go like 20 miles an hour, not even 20 miles, like 5 miles an hour, and now I'm stuck at traffic lights. I could have been through this set of traffic lights. I could have put my foot down, but I was like, no. I will be a law-abiding citizen. I don't want to lose my license. So, yeah. I'm just absolutely vibing right now. Like, it's quite weird because like this week I've not been chucked in the deep end at work, but I've done my very first like close and shift of my own on my second shift as supervisor, so I'm just like, okay. And then I was like, okay, that's fine, but after doing like a bunch of close, so I was confident with the close. I was like, I've been training about 10 of these. I know what I'm doing. And I pretty much smashed it. Like, literally I got a message the next day from the other supervisor, like, you didn't call? I was like, no. And they were surprised I didn't call, because usually on the first or like second, like the first few, like called it up, be like, how do I do this, how do I do that? And then, yeah, there was nothing I needed help with. And then, like the opens, I've had one training shift on the open, and that was on Wednesday. And it was literally like 20 minutes. Like just a quick, like this is what you do, boom, 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 done. It's quite easy. But then on Thursday, I was meant to be working Thursday. I was meant to be off. I then got put my first open. I had to cover an opening shift, which was also my first opening shift, which is also with my colleague that's just started like a week or two ago. So he's still learning. He knows what he's doing, but he's just learning the final few bits, like where stuff is in material and how to do stuff. He hasn't been shown everything, so I took it upon myself yesterday to show him what all the gaps. I was like, I'll do like a few little bits, like the important bits, like how to make a coffee and stuff like that. I'll show him them bits. A bit more independent then. But yeah. Besides that side, the trainee. My first open, and I'm also a trainee, technically. So I'm just like, oh no. So I was making sure that was alright. Then I had like 2 deliveries, and I was like, I can't leave sight of that window in case a lorry pulls up and I'm upstairs. I don't really want to put my phone number on the window because I don't want random calls from random people going, I can see you. They call me the pole. Yeah, I don't know. I'm weird, okay? So, yeah, basically, I'd say I smashed it. Like, there's 1 or 2. I forgot to actually like open it down the computer, but luckily I mentioned this to my boss. He's like, "Oh, that's fine. It doesn't actually affect anything. I could open it." He's like, "You could open it at 5 p.m. and it wouldn't cause any issues." I was like, "Nice." So at least the one thing I did forget is one of the things. It's not the end of the world if I forget. So, but I remembered like only like. It was like 25 minutes after we opened, because I had like 2 deliveries to put away. And as soon as I went upstairs to put the first one away when my colleague arrived, the second one came. So I had to then rush the first delivery. Then as I was about to put the second delivery away, had the customers banging, like knocking on the door, asking to come in, obviously in like a polite way. And I was like, really sorry, I've just got to put a delivery away. Finished a few bits off, now I'll be right with you. I can then open the doors in about 15 minutes. They're all fine about it. They can already tell I was, inexperienced. So I'd done all that. Luckily it was very small deliveries, like very, very small. It took me like 10 minutes to put away both of them. But then I had to, just because I had to chuck the first delivery just somewhere so it wasn't in the way, I had to like properly put it away, and then I had to make sure everything was there. And yeah. That's why I forgot to do the final bits on my computer, because I was like, right. So, but I figured I got it all sorted. It's all sorted. And then she came in and was like, yeah, the boss was like, yeah, you smashed it. I was like, nice. And so, it's like, I think they're like half expecting a phone call. I like one of these shifts, me going, help. But, no, I fixed it. No, I sorted, I don't the issue. I looked, I was like, right, okay, this needs sorting. And I had to sort some other bits out as well. Like someone's was late. Well, someone's put through as being late because the manager on shift was late. But it hadn't been put through in the system correctly, because they're still meant to be paid. And I was just like, yeah, let me speak to the big boss on this. Let me try and get it sorted out. So we sorted that out, and I just added it on to their shift. So I was like, yes, it's all done for you now. It'll be on your next payday. So happy about that. Yes, I've managed. I literally text my girlfriend. I was like, I've managed today. And then yesterday I had to sort a few things out, but luckily nothing too major. So I'm surviving. But this week has taken it out on me. I am shattered. Like, I am so tired. Like, I don't know how. Like, the last few days I've been waking up at like, I've had like 4 or 5 hours of sleep each night. So I don't know how I've managed to stay awake this whole time. But, I'm still here. Still awake. I've got 3 more days. It's the only thing getting me through now is my week off, which is literally in 3 shifts time, and 2 of them I'm closing, so it's quite nice. I can have a bit of a break. Like, I start at 3 today, so it's quite nice. I can actually go out, do a bit of stuff I need to get done, and then like today I've done some e-learning because I have 9 pieces of e-learning to do, which I'll get into in a second. But yeah, it's nice. I can just go out, do what I need to do, and then just go to work. Like tomorrow I start at 4, Sunday I start at 4. It means I can spend time with my girlfriend because I haven't seen her much in the last week because I've worked every day. It's like my 7th day in a row. It's like day 7. And I worked out, it's quite horrible when you think, it's quite distressing when you think of it like this. I worked out how many days off I've had this month, like since the 1st of May. One of my colleagues had 3 days off in 1 week. Just this week alone, he had Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday off. I've had 3 days off since the 1st of May. And that includes the bank holiday. I had both the bank holidays off, the 1st and the 8th, and I had the 12th off. That's literally my only days off I had. I was meant to be off yesterday, so it would have been 4, but yeah. Obviously, most people, they had, obviously, in like, you know, your typical 9-5 job or like your school job, you should have Saturdays, Sundays off, so that's 2 days. So that's, you know, 4 days, plus the bank holidays, that's 6 days, technically. So 1, then 2, 3, 4, they'd be like 6 days off right now. Whereas I've had 3, I've had half the amount. So I'm just exhausted. So it'd be nice to actually be able to rest on Monday, which I decided to go out today, just to make sure it's done, and it makes it a little bit easier. But yeah, I got an email last Friday basically saying I had a bunch of e-learning I had to get. I was like, oh no. I knew I'd have some like managerial ones. I looked up, I saw that I had 13 to do, and I was like, oh no. And I actually looked at them, and 4 of them are like personal review things, which we do at work anyway. My boss does them in person, so to me, that's irrelevant. I just leave them. So I'm just alright, okay, I'll leave them. So it leaves me with 9. And the other on Tuesday, I sort of just cracked on with review because I was on the closing shift and I had 2 strong members of the team with me. So I was like, I'm going to help out. I'm just going to be here because it's very quiet. So I was like, I'm just going to help out, do what I need to do, and just do what I can. And I managed to get through 5 of them because they're quite easy ones. I got through like 5 in an hour. And then I had 4 left, and I'd done 1 yesterday before work, so I had an hour before my colleague got in, so I could then put up the delivery away. So I had 1. Now I started a second one, but then I just sort of ran out of time. And then I finished that off today. But this morning, I got a 3rd one done this morning, and I made my way through most of the last one. I just got like an assessment at the end. But my phone, I was just getting to that point where I was getting a bit burned out, so I was like, right, I'm going to take a stop there, I'm going to take a couple of hours away. And I'm just going to get around this bike because I hate bikes. There we go. I'm around it. But yeah, so I just want to get through the e-learning as quickly as possible. But luckily, I've got till like 1:30 today. And it's not even 11 o'clock yet, it's like 10 to I think now. So, nothing crazy whatsoever. Like, and I'm on the close tomorrow, I start at 4. But I'm going to try and crack it out today because it's like a really awkward one, which I'm pretty sure I'd done like 2-3 months ago. To do with like kitchens, like knives and all that. And it was bloody horrible. It was literally like the worst one I did. It was the most stressful one I did. So I'm trying to get my way through that one. So hopefully all goes well. I can get it done. I can maybe crack on, maybe sit down like a gap later on, work my way through it. I can maybe sit down with my colleagues and be like, yo guys, can you just help me get through it? Because it's one I don't actually need. It's about like chefs and knives and all that, which I don't need. I don't actually need this one because we don't have a restaurant kitchen in our cinema, so yeah, I don't actually need this training, but I'm getting it done because then no one can complain that I haven't done my e-learning. And also, I think if it's not done, yeah, someone like head office might come down and be like, oh, you ain't done your bits. Yeah, so that's the main reason why I want to get it sorted. Let me just open up this window, stick my hand out the window because, you know, I'm a fucking loony. I wasn't planning on coming to this car park, but it sort of makes it a bit easier and also a bit more central, and Primark is literally a 5-minute walk from here, so it just makes it so much easier. I know it's going to be a couple of £1. That means if I do get distracted and walk around some shops, it's not the end of the world. Like, I'm not going to get a fine and I'm covered. It means I'm less likely going to get, you know, a ticket. I'd rather pay £3, like £3-4 for a parking, like a car parking, than £70 for an actual parking ticket at a violation of the guidelines or something. That's just my fuel. My car telling me to put fuel in. I've still got 54 miles, so I should be all good. I'm gonna get some on the way home. This car is just going horrendously slow. They're going like that awkward speed. They're going too slow for first. Oh, they're doing too fast for first, but too slow for second. I'm just gonna wait and basically let them do what they need to do, and then it looks like a junction. So, come on. What are you doing, my friend? Oh my words. I don't know where they're going. Oh my word. If I can go and get parked down there, I would. But it's bloody difficult. There we go, I'll let them through. I'm going past where I get hit by that car. Anything down there? Anything down there? A few parking spots here, so let's just whip it in here. And I'm going to end this video now here. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, be sure to leave a thumbs up, and I'll see you all next time. See ya.